I'm about to give you a very loaded and confusing question, so just sit with me in this for a second. Would you still go through with the order if your boyfriend's wife bought something from your company?
My boyfriend's wife?
If your boyfriend's wife bought something from your company. This all has to do with the most recent episode of my podcast, The Breakup Breakdown, which is on Bert's Network Pioneer. And the most recent episode of my podcast revolves around a woman who found out that she was the mistress after making her boyfriend a red velvet cake. It is very salacious. I found this on social media. It was this woman who owns a bakery called Bake Sis out in California. And she said, yeah, I just found out I was the other woman because I decided to make my boyfriend a cake. And long story short, what essentially happens is they date for like 6 months. She's like, this is my favorite love. Like, I really felt in my bones, this was the love of my life. This was the guy I was going to get married to. So many things lined up. We both have kids. We're both around the same age. We both want things out of life. And she's like, things are just going so well. So for Father's Day, she decides to make him an off-menu cake. She owns this bakery, but for some reason, red velvet is not on the menu. So she makes him this beautiful red velvet cake. It's his favorite flavor. She drops off the cake. She's like, I hope you enjoy it, baby. Hope you love it. He doesn't say anything about the cake. And she's like, that's a little weird, but whatever. You know, he's not super verbose with his words. So that happens. And then like a week later, she gets an order from a woman who is requesting a red velvet cake. And she's like, this is a little weird because like red velvet's not on my menu. You know, you can order vanilla, you can order chocolate, you can order carrot cake, but red velvet, not on my menu. So she asked this woman, she's like, hey, like, why are you requesting red velvet? Like, it's not on the menu. And she's like, well, you know, my husband just got this cake the other day from somebody, and it was a red velvet cake, and me and our 3 kids really enjoyed this cake. And she's like, 3 kids? I didn't know he had 3 kids. I knew he had 1 kid, but I thought he was single with 1 child. And you're telling me that this is your husband and he has 2 other kids he's been lying to me about for the last 6 months? So she's sitting there and she's like, well, I've got this order from this woman who wants this cake. Do I confront the boyfriend first? Or B, do I actually go through with this order?
Oh, I 1000% make it. I 1000% make it, and I hand deliver that bad boy.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. You know, if you really want to be spiteful, that's the way to go first, and then you talk to the boyfriend.
That is not spiteful. No. Him cheating, like him having her as a side piece, cheating on his wife that he has 3 children with, that is spiteful. I'm just being creative.
Tomato. That's a tough one not to knee jerk and really like lash out at right there. I think I probably do buy it, and then I talk to him.
For me, my first response, it's not making the cake. It's going to this man who's just lied to me for 6 months, which of course she does. And when she explained the confrontation, she was just like, yeah, he was so chill about it. He was just like, yeah. I've been cheating on my wife with you, but like we're separated, like we don't even stay in the same bed. And so I'm like, okay, well now I'm even more infuriated because at least I want you on like your hands and knees begging for my forgiveness after you've just lied to me for the last 6 months.
And if it's not a big deal and you guys are separated and you're living in a separate bed, why didn't you tell me about it before?
Then why aren't you living in separate houses? And if it's so not a big deal, you should have been upfront about it. So then my next question was, okay, so are you going like full the help style and you're gonna like put something a little shady in this cake when you give it to this woman? Like, are you going to make the most of this like sweet treat and getting your revenge? And I will not reveal whether or not she makes the cake or not, but I will say that her response is not something I would have done. I think she definitely thought about this longer than I would have. So if you want to listen to what she does, you can head to the Breakup Breakdown wherever you get your podcast.
The Bert Show.